What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the race coverage. This is day 3 of the 2024 LaCrosse Omnium, the Criterium. I wasn't able to get this recorded and posted before the 2025 LaCrosse Omnium, which was last weekend, so I have kind of some fresh insight in reviewing this race. But yeah, let's talk about this race, and then we'll be able to have some lessons learned in mind when we talk about the 2025 race, which, like I said, just happened. So yeah, this is day 3 of the 2024 LaCrosse Omnium, the Criterium. If you don't know what a Criterium is, it's basically like NASCAR for bikes, pretty much, where you do a bunch of laps of a short course. This is the men's Cat 4 race, which is a 40-minute race, so the officials will average your speed for the first handful of laps and then do the math to figure out how many laps in total you need to do, and then they'll start counting down laps until there's one to go, and then that'll be the last lap before the finish. The course is about as straightforward as it gets. It's kind of a sort of elongated 4-corner crit. There's a little bit of kind of swooping and stuff, but I mean, it's just pretty much 2 longer straightaways and then 4 corners. There is some little speed riser things on the back half of the course, or the back stretch, but they're I wouldn't go so far to call them speed bumps or anything. They're really just these kind of big risers, so you really don't even notice them going over them at 29 miles an hour. The only other notable kind of course feature to talk about is going into turn 4. There's a sidewalk that is cobbled, paved kind of. It's a super old sidewalk or something, but it's so thin and you go over it so fast that it's totally not a big deal. So yeah, I mean, this crit is great for someone like me because it's so straightforward. There's no hills. It's not super technical with turns or anything. So this definitely favors someone like me who is relying pretty much on their fitness to get them through the race. So what's my plan for the race? Well, similar to the road race, I'm going to try to just sit in and conserve as much energy as possible. I definitely am not going to be trying to do any attacking or anything today, just with how fast everyone demonstrated themselves to be on the road race. I'm definitely not confident in being able to get away in time trial or anything. And I definitely also don't want to be involved in a field sprint because I'm going to be plenty tired by the time the race is over, and I'm not a sprinter, just like I'm not a climber. I'm a time trialist, so I'm not going to be able to sprint to beat anybody at the end of the race. So I'm going to try to sit in and just kind of follow wheels and do my best to make it to the last maybe 3 laps, where maybe I'll try a flyer or something like that if I have the legs left. So yeah, it's been kind of boring so far. You've seen a couple laps here. Let's jump ahead in the action and see how the race progresses. Alright, so we're a little over 7 minutes into the race here now, and it's been pretty fast, pretty surgy. We just hit 30 miles an hour on this previous lap, and let's talk about how my plan is going here to sit in the draft and conserve energy. Well, as you can see, I am not in the draft. I am making up a couple spots here, but I mean, I'm way on the outside, not getting a draft from anybody, and I'm not going too hard, but I'm still using way more energy than I want to, or that I need to. I take a super wide line there, and then I mean, I'm still just not really in the draft. There's the cobbles that I was talking about before. I still take this pretty wide line, and I should be just behind this guy, but I'm just not. For some reason, I don't know why, but I'm not in the draft. Okay, so I'm still, okay, there we go. I'm actually in the draft now, but that was a recurring problem that I noticed during this race, is that I really like to ride slightly to the right of the person in front of me instead of actually being in their draft. I mean, even here, I'm gonna take that corner actually pretty well. Oh my god, okay, maybe not. Yeah, I stand up there to kind of get back up to speed after almost running off the course. And then I'm going to take this line kind of wide, and then... Okay, I guess I'm hanging out behind Pinky here now. But then, yeah, still, I mean, I just ducked to the right, and I'm, like, just not behind anybody. So, yeah, like I was saying, that was kind of a recurring issue for me in this race. That I was really favoring riding like on the right shoulder of the person in front of me instead of directly behind them, which was, costing a lot of energy. And in most cases I wasn't really pedaling like too hard necessarily, but I was still using way more energy than was necessary. I mean, right here, it's like, where am I? I'm not behind anybody. I'm just, way out on the right side. I'm going to take this super wide line here, lose a spot to this guy, and then it's not sort of barely fall in behind him, but like not really. I should be slotting in behind this guy, and I'm just going to hang out on his shoulder and not do anything. And then I move way off to the right again. So yeah, that was a huge issue for me in this race, and something I definitely need to improve on in future races. And that kind of, we saw it in the previous corner, but that issue extended itself to the corner. Because I'm going to take this super duper wide line here. Oh my god! Oh geez! And then almost die. Okay, let's rewind and see what happened there. Okay, so we backed up slightly. We're coming through the start-finish straight here. And yeah, I was just talking about how I'm just not using the draft at all, and I'm going to move off to the right side here. And we'll see some more examples of this later, but I'm really favoring taking the outside line. But the guy in the pink in front of me is also going to take the outside line, and he's going to try a little bit too hard to pedal through the corner, hit his pedal right there. And I think he's going down, so I grab my brakes, which causes my back tire to lose traction, and I almost slip out too. Thankfully, we both kept it upright and didn't cause anybody else to crash, but oh man, that was sketchy. But yeah, I mean, that's an example of it's like I'm taking this outside line. I don't exactly know why, if I think it's like safer or something like that. But I mean, obviously there it wasn't. And I'm going to come on the outside here, way on the right, not behind anybody, doing 300 watts for no reason. And so, yeah, I mean, and then I'm going to take this super wide, super duper sweeping, huge, wide outside line, and then have to do 600 watts coming out of the corner. So yeah, that was another huge issue for me in this race, was for some reason there I kind of do it, but yeah, I don't know, just for some reason taking these really wide lines in the corner and not taking the fast inside lines, unless it was like super wide open and super available to me. So that's something I really needed to work on in the future. I bet you it even happens again here. Yeah, I should be filing in line, but instead I'm swinging out to the right here. I'm sort of in the draft, but not really. And then I'm going to move even further to the right, go in the gutter, so that I can take this absolutely heinously horrible super wide line. Oh god, this is painful to watch, because it's just so inefficient. And yeah, I'm definitely not sticking to my plan here of hanging out in the draft and conserving energy, because I'm spending all this extra energy out in the wind and then pedaling through the corners, taking these mega wide lines for no reason. So yeah, okay, so that was an exciting moment, almost crashed in there. We saw a couple of the corners, so let's jump ahead a little bit further and see how the race finishes out. Okay, we are coming to the start finish, and it is one lap to go. And as usual, everyone is going ballistic, trying to scramble for position in the last lap here. Despite all of the blunders that I talked about up to this point, I'm actually finding myself in fairly decent position. You can see, if I count off the people going through this corner, I think I'm 8th going into 3 corners to go. I take this ripping line. Good thing I was on the outside there, because I was going way too fast, I think, to take the inside. And then, yeah, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so I'm in 8th here. But as you can see, my heart rate is absolutely maxed out, 185. I'm doing 400 watts. I cannot hold this guy's wheel. So I don't think I am in the physical position to capitalize on my relatively good position in the group due to all the energy that I wasted earlier. I'm letting this gap grow super wide here just because I cannot hold this guy's wheel. I'm too tired. So I let a couple guys in here, which puts me into, I think, 10th or 11th. We'll take this last corner fairly well, not too bad. Get up, stomp on the pedals to try to close this gap down. Yeah, so I think we're in 10th now. I move up on the inside, which is what I should have been doing the entire race. And we get up and still manage to pop off almost 1,000 watts, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, we're just, despite that, still going backwards. So yeah, I think the results put me at 29th. So I think they screwed up my number or something. But because if you count, pause and count me going through the finish line there, I think it was either 10th or 11th. So yeah, definitely my best result in a road race so far, despite all of the wasted energy. And yeah, lots of learning opportunities to capitalize on for the 2025 LaCrosse Omnium, which took place last year. I'm recording this last piece in 2026. So that footage is waiting to be reviewed. So yeah, keep a lookout for race commentary for the 2025 LaCrosse Omnium being edited and posted soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.
Holy fuck.